5 Scottish Paranormal Urban Legends. Number 5. Scotland's Ghost Road. One of the most infamous and notorious places in Scotland, known as the A75, a road that goes through Dumfries and Galloway. This highway has been a hotspot for a long list of unexplainable incidences for over 50 years. People have reported the absolutely terrifying screams of phantoms, a parade of ghostly apparitions on the side of the road, and UFOs have also been seen cruising through the skies or even just watching travellers. Truck drivers have also reported a van displaying erratic driving, swerving all over the road, and also experienced wild animals deliberately crashing into the windshield of their vehicle just to witness it all abruptly stop as if they dreamt the whole thing. Number 4. Devil in the Bins. A famous Scottish general named General Tam Dalyell, who was the founder of the Royal Scots Greys, also the head of the Dalyell family back in the 17th century while living in the ancestral House of the Bins. There is a legend that every night the devil himself would show up and they would play a game of cards together. The devil won every single night with every game they played. With beady eyes and a smug grin, the devil would mockingly look over his hand until one night Tam realised he may have finally gained the upper hand. He did. It turned out that the devil was a poor loser, and he became filled with rage. He threw down his cards and bolted to his feet, then proceeded to throw the marble table at Tam, which missed him. It flew out the window and landed in the pond in the front lawn. General Tam told the story when he was questioned about the broken window, but, of course, was quickly dismissed. But 200 years later, when the pond had dried up, none other than a marble table rested in the pond bed in the mud. Number 3. The Arthur's Seat Coffins. Back in the year 1836, a group of boys discovered a cave which they decided to explore. The cave on the northeastern face of Arthur's Seat contained a mystery that still makes people wonder to this day. The boys discovered some loose stone slabs inside the cave, and upon lifting them discovered 17 miniature-sized coffins underneath. Each of the small coffins contained a finely carved effigy with detailed painted faces. Some of the effigies showed signs of decay but wrapped in well and carefully sewn clothes and also wore little shoes. There is no hint as to who is responsible for their creation, but some consider them to be tied to black magic or witchcraft, where others suspect they are little representations of the victims of the murderous duo Burke and Hare. Number 2. The Mackenzie Poltergeist. The denizens of Greyfriars Kirkyard have a reputation and legend that would keep most awake at night. This paranormal hotspot also provided the author of the Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling, the inspiration and the name of Lord Voldemort, where she took the name from a headstone. The legend, however, ties to a spirit belonging to Sir George Mackenzie. This spirit has a reputation of being the most aggressive poltergeist in all of Edinburgh. Back in the 17th century, he mercilessly tortured members of the Scottish Covenanter movement and anyone who was against King Charles I's religious dogma. His torturing and authoritarian mindset earned him the nickname Bluidy Mackenzie. His mausoleum was broken into by a homeless man seeking shelter in 1999. Hundreds of people have reported after having approached his tomb being cut or assaulted by an invisible force and seeing his tomb collapse. It seems Sir George Mackenzie is continuing his life work even after death. Number 1. The Dead Jacobites of Culloden. The Jacobite Rising came to an end on the 16th of April in 1746 on the fields of Culloden, the brutal and bloody battle of the Scottish forces opposing the British Army. This battle ended a centuries-long struggle of these two nations. The legend says that wildlife avoids the location and the birds will avoid flying over the battlefield where the Jacobites gave their lives in battle. Some of the residents of the area have stories of ghostly Tartan clan apparitions wandering around the battlefield mumbling the word defeated. Others say if you listen carefully on the annual anniversary you can hear the cries and clashing of swords. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more paranormal and mysterious content from all around the world.